Relationship with Jared Kushner. Background: Christie, as U.S. Attorney, was involved in the prosecution of Jared Kushner's father, Charles Kushner, who was sentenced to prison in 2005. And then there's two questions and bullet points in bold.
And just to be clear, these are the suggested questions that the vetters wanted you to be asked by the president or Reince Priebus.
Do you believe your previous position as U.S. Attorney who prosecuted Charles Kushner has damaged your relationship with the Kushners to a point where you and Jared Kushner could not coexist in the Trump administration? Do you believe that your removal as head of the Trump transition team was orchestrated by Jared Kushner? Yes, I do, and the reason I do is because that's what Steve Bannon told me.
It's kind of interesting seeing it in writing, right?
Oh, it's fascinating, yeah. I mean, you know, it's... And by the way, the interesting part of this, which shows you how disorganized they were, was they had an entire vice presidential vetting file on me. Had all of my tax returns, had all of the stuff from the U.S. Attorney years and my years as governor. That's what makes this even funnier, that they would go through this.
I mean, we've done some reporting into the background of this. It was done by 20-something-year-old RNC staffers. You and your team had done months of work. By election day, did you have a list of names for each cabinet position? I mean, what was the picture?
Yeah, what was turned over on Monday, the day before the election, to the campaign was a 30-volume set of all the transition planning. We had 4 cabinet recommendations for each cabinet position, and those were all delivered to the campaign the day before the election.
And then what happened?
Well, on the Thursday, I guess, after the election, I was fired.
This matters, doesn't it? I mean, we took, you know, it's all, you know, there's all this sort of, you know, funny anecdotes about the chaos and the craziness, but this is really serious, ultimately. I mean, what are the longer-term consequences? Well,
the longer-term consequences for the president and for the country was that he didn't have the very best people in front of him to be able to make a full and fair decision about. And then he paid the price for that later on with people like Scott Pruitt, with people like Mike Flynn. I mean, we can go on and on. So in the end, this is a monumental staff failure that failed the president and as a result failed the country.